Tonight, KRDO 13 Investigates is kicking off a new weekly report we're calling Restaurant Roundup, recognizing those who score especially high on their health inspections and calling out those that come out on the low end. Restaurants are not required to post their inspection scores for customers to see, so we hope this will help you decide whether food safety is a priority where you and your family like to eat. We begin this restaurant roundup with the less appetizing scores based on El Paso County health inspection reports. At the Cracker Barrel on Razorback, an inspector found 12 violations, including food not being stored above the floor, employees not properly washing hands, and raw chicken and fish stored at improper temperatures. Trinity Brewing on Garden of the Gods had 13 violations. Here, the person in charge failed to demonstrate knowledge related to cooking, holding temperatures, and sanitizing. Certain foods were kept for more than 7 days without being sold or thrown out, and there was no soap at the hand washing sink in the main food prep area. The inspector went back for a re-inspection 2 weeks later, but the restaurant failed again, requiring a third inspection that is still pending. The general manager told KRDO the inspector came in the middle of a rush. Most of the problems didn't involve the food, and in 17 years, no one has ever gotten sick after eating there. Seoul Korean Barbecue at the Promenade Shops on Briargate Parkway landed at the bottom with 18 violations, including no person in charge on duty at the time of the inspection. The inspector also witnessed an employee touching raw food, then cooked food without changing gloves. Some of the food was kept at improper temperatures, and there were plumbing problems, including a leaky sink, a clog in the hand washing sink, and a clogged drain. There were so many violations, the health department actually shut it down until improvements were made. A few days later, KRDO 13 went to Seoul Korean Barbecue to find out what happened.
We're here to ask about your most recent food safety inspection score.
The manager on duty was very open about it, admitting they did have to make a few repairs and educate their staff. And to prove the issues were addressed, he escorted us back into the kitchen and showed us everything was in order once again.
It's a lot to cover, isn't it? I mean, there's a lot of rules and regulations that you got to keep up with, right?
There is, but that's what we do in a restaurant, keep everything safe, healthy.
And when the inspector came back a week later for a re-inspection, just one violation. Wanxing Do Juda. Now to the high scores of the week. The Five Guys on Nevada, south of downtown, had 0 violations, along with the Pizza Hut on Jackson Creek Parkway in Monument and the Rabbit Hole in downtown Colorado Springs. If not for the neon sign outside the Rabbit Hole, you might not have known it was even here, but executive chef Chris Drews says the experience is worth the search.
We try and take some classics and we put a little bit of a twist on it.
And while you never know exactly what will be on the menu,
I brought in ostrich.
You can be confident that it was properly prepared. The kitchen's boss tells us the perfect score is a testament to the overall culture.
I really think it starts at the top and just having somebody who's willing to invest the time, because none of this is hard. It's just, passing knowledge down. So I think that's really the key, is if you're passionate enough about it, it's just naturally going to happen and your staff will naturally follow.
And with that, we're happy to present our first ever KRDO 13 Restaurant Roundup Perfect Score Award to Chris and the staff at the Rabbit Hole downtown. Congratulations.
And don't think this award ended up in any closet. You can find it right on the Rabbit Hole's front entrance, letting customers know this kitchen is clean. How to see the most recent inspections for yourself in El Paso and Pueblo counties? Just click on this story at krdo.com. You'll find a special link to those.